Hi friends, this video guides job seekers for interview preparation, with a focus on handling salary negotiations questions and answers. Friends, it's a well-known fact that most educational institutions do not offer formal training in interpersonal skills specifically tailored for job interviews. As a consequence, even highly qualified fresh graduates often struggle during interviews. This lack of preparation in essential people skills can result in missed opportunities and may tragically derail promising career paths due to insufficient guidance. This video guides job seekers for interview preparation, with a focus on handling salary negotiations questions and answers. Note: you may choose to turn video captions on, as needed. Now here is our solution for the challenge ahead: expert guidance through video content. Drawing upon our 50 years of experience in this field, we are committed to helping job candidates bridge this gap. We plan to provide a series of engaging and concise videos on following topics: creating eye-catching sample resumes, B. effective interview techniques, C. developing strong interpersonal skills. These resources are designed to equip you with the practical tools and insights needed to excel in your job search. We encourage you to like, subscribe, and share our videos to help more individuals benefit from this valuable guidance. Thank you in advance for your support. Here are key points for a successful interview. 1. First impressions matter. The initial 15 seconds of an interview are crucial. From the moment you walk in until the closing of the discussion, making a strong first impression can significantly influence the outcome. 2. Education is just the beginning. Academic qualifications serve as a ticket to an interview, but what truly counts is your ability to showcase a successful job performance. The best evidence you can provide is a proven track record of major contributions to the growth of your previous company. 3. What you take away matters. The school you attended and the degree you earned are less important than the skills and knowledge you gained and put to work. Your accomplishments and how they reflect your learning tell your story best. Talk about whatever experience you had on your previous job that highlight your skills. 4. Growth potential leads to advancement. Individuals with growth potential evolve from experts into managers. These are the people who continue to grow with the company, rather than plateauing or simply aging in their roles. 5. Clear and concise communication. It is essential to express yourself in a way that is both clear and concise during an interview. 6. Fostering cohesive thinking. Maintaining an environment that promotes logical and cohesive thought processes is key to successful interactions. 7. Know your value. Every candidate should understand and be able to articulate their value in the job market. 8. Planning and organization. Having a clear plan demonstrates that you are organized and have thought through your career path. Here are common interview questions and how to answer them. One question you can almost always expect is, how do you evaluate your own effectiveness? Here's a great way to answer: what I do should accelerate the movement of the company. My actions should move me closer to my personal and professional goals. And, what I do should always be in tune with the changes and opportunities happening in the organization. Interviewer may ask, what do you need to live on? Or how much do you think are you worth? You may respond by saying, what I need may be different from you or the next person to make a reasonable amount of money for my efforts. And I don't feel that this really applies. I believe salary should be based on what the job is worth. I expect to do the very best job to be appreciated, and to be fairly paid. Now let's talk about job salary negotiation process. When discussing salary during a job interview, it is important to understand why interviewers ask about your salary expectations up front. This question is often used to assess whether you are overqualified or underqualified for the position. You do not initiate the salary discussion. The first person to mention salary is often at a disadvantage. Deflect early salary questions. If asked about salary expectations, respond by saying it is too early to discuss salary as you do not yet know how I can help the company, nor do you know enough about each other. State that salary should be based on what the job is worth. Change the subject. Immediately shift the conversation by asking questions such as why the position is open or requesting a table of organization. If the interviewer returns to salary, ask if the discussion constitutes an offer or if you have the job. Turn the question around and ask about the salary range. Emphasize that you expect to do your best work, be appreciated, and be paid fairly. If pressed further about salary, ask if this is a job offer. It's better employers give you a salary number than you do, as you may short sell yourself, and you can always take the employer's number and ask for time to think and get back within a day or so. And please note that, more the company wants to ask you about the salary, more you want to know how much you and the job is worth. We encourage you to like, subscribe, and share our videos to help more individuals benefit from this valuable guidance. Thank you for your support. Take charge of the interview by asking questions. And keep asking questions, don't let the conversation fall through the cracks. Finish with a positive ending. And if they return to salary question, your best response is, what's the salary range for the position? As each job has a high and low range, depending how much you take charge of the interview and your worth. They may decide, they want you better high than low. And if you get the salary range, that you will get rarely, and like the range, say my range is competitive with yours, between X dollars. Remember, salaries are always discussed after the interviews. Be sophisticated and strong, take charge of the interview by asking questions. Employers love a person who is coming from strength rather than weakness, and money is no concern at this stage if they like the first impression. If the interviewer says, we are prepared to offer you X dollars, probably offering the middle of the range and need your approval, then if the offer is unacceptable, respond by saying, I am disappointed with such small offer. Then keep quiet and let them respond. Note that this is not a refusal. If interviewer must get approval for more money, then he becomes responsible to see you succeed. And you can respond by saying, I really want to work for your company, I am looking for X dollars. However, I'll know what I am worth, and if I am paid less than I am worth, it is going to grate on me like anyone in such a situation. Now let's look at how to close the interview. 1. Ask for the job. Do not hesitate to ask for the job repeatedly. There is no risk in asking too soon. Expect to hear no 2 or 3 times before getting a yes. Do not be discouraged by initial negative responses. 2. Take charge of the interview. Immediately regain control by asking questions, especially if you receive a no. Do not attempt to close unless there is good chemistry. If not, draw objections out into the open. 3. Cover major job functions. Ask questions that address the primary responsibilities of the role. 4. If references are requested, ask, are you ready to make me an offer? If the interviewer says, no, I don't think we're that far along, respond by asking, what particular points do you need to see in me that have not yet been covered? And, what would you need from me to say yes? Again ask, if you had an opening today for someone of my qualifications, would you hire me? If answer is yes, ask what it would take for you to hire me. If no, ask what have you not yet seen in me that would be necessary to make a favorable decision. Again ask, if you have an opening in the future, what points will you be stressing? If no luck, ask, do you know anyone in the industry that might need my abilities and experience? And ask, Would you give me an introduction to 3 people in the industry, and if you could make a phone call, will be most appreciative. And then end the interview with thanks for the interview opportunity. We cannot emphasize enough for you to please subscribe, like, check notify bell and share our videos to help more individuals benefit from this valuable experience and guidance. Thank you for your support.